Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and hold on. These are my thoughts on The Amazing Digital Circus, Episode 7. So first and foremost, disclaimer, I own nothing. Everything belongs to the rightful owners, so please go and support them and be nice, please. Whoo boy, this one. So it starts with Kane telling everyone that they can just do what they want. So they decide to go to the lake. And we actually see the inside of Jax's room. We also see that he was... we see him hold a picture of himself along with Ribbit and Kaufmo. And that's sad because, it clearly shows that the three of them were best friends. And I always felt like, as well as others, that Ribbit and Kaufmo were the only ones that Jax felt like he could be himself around. And we actually meet someone named Abel, who says that he can get them all out of the circus. But they need to do it from Kane's office. So Jax distracts him and gets the key. And because the choices are comes down to Pomni, because they all find these two red and blue buttons that will either turn off the circus, because Abel says that he was one of, he actually worked with Kinger, and that he was part of the company that made the circus. But Pomni doesn't know what to do. So because she doesn't know what to do. Well, she does, it's just that she wonders if there's something that they don't know about, and Jax he basically just goes over and pushes the red button. And it turns out that this whole thing was an adventure made by Kane. And Abel was someone he made and just gets rid of. He just deletes him. Was any of that real? What he said? Because if Abel was made by Kane in the circus, seriously, just... what? Just... Sorry. But seriously, just... what? What? Just... just... at the end, no one is happy about this, and we actually learn from Kinger that about the first one of them that abstracted, Scratch. But Kane basically just gives them soap and lotions in a gift basket and just leaves. And that's where the episode ends, what do you say to that even? Wow. Just... sorry about that. Just... what? So much what? Sorry about that. And just so much happened. And we learn so much about these characters, Jax especially, because we actually see like flashbacks of a car or somebody who's driving a car and the world outside of the circus from presumably, I think it is from Jax's point of view. And a lot of people have actually theorized that Jax was involved in a hit and run, or he was kidnapped. Sorry about that. And yeah, because like the past few episodes have shown that Jax, like, I always kind of like had a headcanon that Jax like was in an environment that made him feel like he had to grow up fast. And that he, like the thing is that like Jax asks Zubul if they have someone waiting for them outside of the circus, and it seems like maybe Jax also has someone, but it's complicated probably, but because I have seen others sorry about that, like theorize that Jax is actually running away from someone and that's why he pressed the button. And that's interesting because even if Jax, if that is the case, then even if Jax, if that's the case, then if Jax is running away from something or someone, then he probably, given the way that he acts, it could be that if that is the case, like I've said before, then it seems like Jax has grown to the point where he sees the circus as the lesser of the two evils. Yeah, he's basically trading one for another. And that gets me, if that is the case, then that is sad and just... Yeah, because, we have gotten to know everybody else, but both Kinger and Jax are kind of the characters we still kind of know the least about, in my opinion, and what do I know, but that's just how I feel. Sorry about that. Yeah, because... Yeah, and the whole thing where Abel explains about the company that made this place, it's just... Yeah. And I've seen people point out that it is possible that everyone in the circus is hooked up to something, but they're not in pods. Because the thing is that when Pomni first arrived, she mentions that she put on a headset, and that seems to be what they all put on when they enter the circus. And we actually learn also about Cain. Now, I know that Cain is based off of am from I have no mouth and I must scream. And that's interesting because, like, because I don't think Cain, like, that's the thing that's been said about Cain, is that he really doesn't understand, like, humans. And I'll be honest, like, at times, Cain kind of reminds me of, like, a parent that's desperately trying to make their child happy, but they're not really, like, getting to, like, the root of the problem. Like, when Cain was talking to Zubul in the 4th episode. Yeah, like, Cain wasn't really listening to them. Sorry about that. And, like, yeah, so, but if Cain is like Am, just, I think instead of, like, I don't think that Cain hates them, or humans in general. I think, basically, like, instead of hate, it's love in his own way. Like, Cain, like, basically, unlike Am, Cain, like, is trying desperately to please them, but he's not really listening to them. Like, and, okay, maybe also Cain is jealous of them in some way, that, you know, because he's, well, like he said, he was designed to keep them happy, and yeah, because during when Jax is distracting him, he asks about if he has any hobbies, and sorry about that. Cain, like, it honestly reminds me of, like, that scene in Adventure Time with the Banana Guards. Like, in that one episode, the thin yellow line, where Finn is talking with the Banana Guard about his art, and the Banana Guard tells Finn that he's just supposed to guard. Like, well, yeah, like, at the end, PB explains that she's not going to punish him, but rather celebrate. Because, well, yeah, like, she explains that she has done things that she isn't proud of. And, yeah, like, it reminds me of that with Cain in this episode, because, like, sorry about that, like, because, like, even if Cain doesn't hate them like Am does, like how Am hates humans, then, but that's the thing, is that it's kind of like the two sides of the same coin. Like, Cain, like, loves humans, but at the same time, he can't, like, he has his senses, but he can't use them. Like, he can't, like, the way that, yeah, basically, like Am, he can't experience, like, you know, he can't feel like the ground, he can't he can't even play, sorry, like, yeah, basically all of that. Like I said, like, he can't, yeah, he can't feel, but only instead of hate, for Cain, it's love. But that's the other thing, is that Cain, like, it depends on how much what Abel said was true. Because if he was, given that he was made by Cain, that would technically mean that he's, like, kind of a reflection of Cain himself in what he feels, possibly. And that, yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, like, it's just, yeah, like, that's honestly sad, because, yeah, like, because if that's the case with him, like, because, yeah, like, I know, and yeah, I also know that this series was based off of the book I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which honestly makes me worried as to what's gonna happen to everyone. Like, yeah, like, 'cause just, yeah, but like I said, like, the idea is interesting. Like, 'cause, and a lot of people at this point have theorized also that Jax is Cain's favorite, in the way Ted is Am's favorite. Sorry about that. So yeah, like, but yeah, just, this episode is just, like, it is, like, that ending, like, still, like, what do you still say about that? Because, yeah, like, no one is happy. And we also learn that Cain is the one who is causing the abstraction to happen, because it's revealed that he can, like, well, he says that he can modify them, but not too much. So basically, he can kind of mess with their heads and control their minds. But it seems like if Cain does it too much, they abstract. So yeah, like, it's debatable if Cain, I mean, it is possible that Cain is doing it without meaning to, but, like, if that is the case, then I imagine, though, it's gonna be revealed that it's more complicated than that with him. Like, if Cain isn't, like, doing this on purpose, 'cause, yeah, but that's the thing, also, is if that is the case, then, like, why doesn't he try to fix it? Like, Cain just puts them in the cellar, like, I know it's been said that abstracting is something that the characters can't come back from, but, like, with this information, I wonder if there is a way to get them at least partially back to normal, if Cain can do it, because, like, with what we see in the first episode, like, with everyone that's abstracted, like, and knowing what we know now, like, why doesn't Cain try to at least fix it? Like, even if it doesn't work the way they hope, or even at all, they could at least, like, everyone could at least try and help Kane fix it, but there's still no telling. Like, it's still too early to know about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, and it's just, yeah, like, but all in all, though, this episode was amazing. Like, and, oh, and I also, just a little heads up for the future, I do plan on talking about Haunted Hotel again, and I'm also going to be doing a video on the Knights of Guinevere. So just, well, stay tuned, and yeah. But yeah, all in all, I'm curious as to what's going to happen. Like, what is going to happen to everyone with knowing what they know now? Seriously, just, yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, all in all, I do hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!